I'm a people. Morning, 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 morning. How are you all doing? So, guys, I'm going to work today and I'm going to talk about this little topic here. Why do we have so much broken marriage? Why do we have so many broken marriage? Hmm? What I come across is that a lot of persons do not take the time out to know themselves, to get to know what they like, what they do not like, or what they want to be. Yes, as a result of that, they enter into a relationship, bam, they get married and expect their partner to fulfill those requirements. Yes, if you do not know who you are, your husband or your wife is not going to know who you are. If you do not know what you want, your husband or your wife cannot know what you want. You as an individual have to know individually what you want to be, and what you expect out of life, right? Because when you enter a relationship or a marriage and you expect another person to fulfill your happiness, fulfill your career, full financially support you fully, that's too much burden, too much responsibility you are putting in the hands of another person. You're putting your financial need in the hands of another person. You're putting your physical need into the hands of another person. You're putting your emotional and your psychological needs in the hand of another person. Yes, you as an individual must have a bit of a balance about you. Yes, you're supposed to probably got a degree or got something, or in a job or something, yes, before you enter into a relationship. Yes, I am just talking the reason why most married separate, people separate in a marriage and the children ending up suffering at the hands of the decision that the parents made. Yes, you're supposed to have a bit of balance. Yes, whether it's a career, whether it's a job, whether it's a trade, whether you're doing a little selling, whether you do something for yourself so you have an income, you have something coming from somewhere. You have something that means you're not depending on the other person, so the other person feels overburdened. Yes? Pressure burst pipe. Alright? Sometimes as well you have all of that in place, but you did not take the time out to notice that your partner, yes, is a promiser. Because some men, they come, or some women come in a relationship and you get married, or they promise you the whole world, and they cannot even fulfill nothing for their own self. But they are promising you this, promising you that, promising you this, promising you that. But you are the type of person who like promises. So once the partner starts to promise you something, you think that that's it. Yes? Many persons enter a relationship and they're just promising you, promising you, promising you. Right? A lot of time this is what happened. And then you find out that this person just empty promise. But you don't stop it at that. I discuss it with the person. You move on to get married. And this is get out of and more. Yes? When the situation arises in a relationship, do not brush it under the carpet. Discuss it. Discuss it and seek ways to how to resolve it. Right? You have another set of a person, they are just gold diggers. Right? They always want you to do this, give them this, do that for them, pay for this, pay for that, do this. They are not with you genuinely. They just want you to give them something. And as long as you can give them something, they are happy in that relationship. Right? But the minute you can't give them, you find out who they really are. If you are in a relationship with a person like that you always giving and doing and giving and doing, you don't think after a while you're going to get tired. You're going to get tired after a while. And this is why many marriages break up. Many relationships result in people separated. The burden on one person is too much, right? So that's why when you're coming in a relationship, it's good for you to have a little bit of balance, right? Whether the person have a job or seeking to get a job and you see a good prospect for that person, don't push your head into something because of love, because you fancy the person and then later on you find out it never made no sense. This is why a lot of person broke up, right? A lot of broken hearted thing happened there. Yes? You take up another person to you see that they are they are abuser, right? When I mean abuse, it don't have to be physical, but a lot of person abuse themselves with drugs or you know with drugs or alcohol, right? This person is a person who smoke like a chimney, but suddenly you take them up and then suddenly you want them to stop smoke, and you know within yourself that when you took this person up, this is what you met with the person. You're not happy with that, yes, but after a sudden now you want the person to change, right? Don't get involved with a person who you want to change because you can't change that person, you know. Let me tell you something. You can't change anyone. A person will change themselves if they want to. Yes, but you can't change them. You can't change anyone. Right? You took up that person, you know that person is a gambler or a smoker. Right? And you put yourself there and say, okay, he will change or she will change. For who? Nobody not changing unless they want to change, my dear. Yes? Don't take up anyone that, come with a lot of baggage and expect overnight that you have a miracle hand you can change persons. Because only God can change a person or the person want to change for them own self. Right? The next set of person you will take up in your life and you know that this person is like that and yet you're married to them. This is why the marriage most of the time don't work. Time wasters. Some persons not going anywhere and they are comfortable in their life to sit in your life and waste your time. They don't want nothing out of life than what they are doing there. Right? They don't want to make a good man or woman out of themselves. Or do you expect they're gonna make a good man or a good woman out of you? They are wasters of time. Some of them in the book you see them every time. You see them, they don't take a job. Right? They will have a job this month and next month they either walk out of the job or they fire them. They can't keep a job. Right? Nothing that they say they're gonna put into place eventually never happen. They will waste your time. And yet still you will see all of these signs and you're married to them. This is why the marriage fail. Right? And some of the time children are involved. And the children end up bear the blunt of it. Because we know, we see the signs that these persons are wasting our time. We see the sign that this person is no good. We see the sign that this person don't have any ambition. They don't have anything about them. They're just happy to waste their time and they're wasting your time and you go along with it. And women, it's no crime if you're 35, 40 and you don't have no children. It's not a crime. If you don't marry and settle down by 35 and 40, you don't have to run broken neck to go and marry to somebody because you're 35 or 40 and you feel like your biological clock is running out. Yes? Out of a stay solid and able to look after yourself and have your wits about you than marry to somebody who is taking you to the hospital every minute or to the doctor every minute or draining you emotionally. It doesn't make any sense. Because a lot of time this is what we do as women, because we are getting older and we don't have any children, or we are in the church and we feel lonely, or we see our girlfriend happily married or our boyfriend happily married and we get jealous. We want our husband and any Mr. Man come with our choices, we take them and marry to them. We don't assess them properly. We don't look at what this person's value is. We don't look at what this person wants out of life. Yes, we take them and we put our choices on them and we want to fix them. Yes? But let us have a bit of reflection and look out of our eyes before we make all these decisions. Because a lot of time we are the same one putting ourselves in problem willfully putting ourselves in problem. Look at a woman now, because this is the thing I notice with women. They are the one who are looking for men. Yes? And when they look for men, they have to maintain these men. They have to support them They have to mind them, give them their money. Right? Why would you have to take up somebody that you have to be giving stuff? That person don't come to bill you. That person come to break you down. Right? And I don't have a thing about a woman if she want to give a man things. But it's not, it shouldn't be on a regular basis. And a man too. Yeah? If a woman doesn't want to work and a woman just sit down at home and a woman don't have any plans, don't have no ambition, don't think about what they want for the future, you men have to look at your eye too. Because when you take up that woman and married to her because of beauty or because of sex or so, you just want somebody, and you have the problem with it when it's all said and done. So you have to assess, is this the person that I want to settle down with? Is this the person that I plan to be with? Because you have to manage it after the marriage done and the honeymoon over. You know got to live the life, right? And if you have a woman in your house and she not tidy, she not clean, and you have a man when not tidy and not clean, and you have to put up with it because you will live with that person. So there are things that you have to look into and assess and be happy about before you go into marriage. And this is the reason why when you don't do all of these things, you don't assess them, you don't take time to know the person. These are the reason why the marriage fail. So guys, these are my few words this morning. And these are some of them. Some of them is from experience. Some of them is people that I see around me that are going through the same situation. Right? Another thing as well, if you are with somebody who bully you, you're afraid of them, you know, the way they deal with you. Don't get married to them because you're not going to get any better. It's going to get worse when you get married. All right? So I hope you take note of what I'm saying. It might not come straight because I'm focusing on driving to work and everything else. But I'm sure you can hear what I'm saying. Have a blessed day. The Lord bless you. Bye for now. Walk good.